Well, hey there, everybody. Matt Heller here. Thank you so much for joining me and spending the next couple of minutes with me. I really do appreciate it, and I promise to do my best to make it worth your time. So, I have a quick question for you, and then a story, and then I'm going to get back to the question. So, the question is this: how do you know when you're getting better as a leader? What are those metrics that you're looking at to measure your performance as a leader? So, that's the question. So the story is this. I've got a coaching client, and we'll just call him Chris. And Chris has been having trouble with one of his employees. We'll call her Brenda. And Brenda is someone that is really, really good at what she does. She's got, a lot of institutional knowledge, but she doesn't follow through on projects. Chris has to ask her over and over again to get things done, and there's always an excuse. There's always some reason why it can't be done. And it's never, of course, Brenda's fault. I'm sure you guys can all relate to Chris's trouble. Well, this all came to a head about a week and a half ago when Chris said, look, we are taking our organization in a new direction. We really need everybody on board. I need to know that I can trust everybody, especially including Brenda. And so he had a really strategic conversation with her. He laid out, all of his expectations really, really clearly. He said, I need a project from you. This is the date that I need it. This is exactly what I need. That day came and went, and Brenda did not produce. In fact, all he got from Brenda was a note saying, can I have more time? There's, like I said before, there's always an excuse. There's always some reason why it couldn't be done. So over the weekend, Chris messages me and he says, what do I do now? I had the strategic conversation. She agreed that she could get it to me, and then here we are past the deadline and it's not here. What do I do now? So Chris and I went through a couple of different things, a couple of different scenarios. We messaged back and forth a bunch over the next couple of days. And, he would kind of share with me what Brenda said. And then he said, this is what I'm thinking about saying back to her. And we went back and forth. Well, I got to one point on Sunday when he said, okay, here's where we are. Now what's my next step? And then I got another message from him right after that. And he said, you know what? Never mind. I've got this. And in that moment, I felt Chris's confidence level raise even just a little bit, because now he was feeling that he could do these things on his own, that even 24 hours before that, he felt like he needed some input. He felt like he needed some help. And to me, that's one of the big reasons, or the big ways that we can see whether or not we've improved as a leader. Are the things that we used to need help with things that we can do confidently on our own now? The things that used to be really difficult for us, or the things that we would shy away from, those things could be things that we are now finding to be easier. Probably never easy, but easier, whether that's coaching an employee or managing your time, whatever it might be. Those are things that you can really use to measure your leadership progress. So again, let's go back to that question. How do you know when you've gotten better as a leader? Well, I think the example with Chris and Brenda is a great example, but I think we can also look at other things in our organization, such as turnover. What's your turnover rate? Are your team members staying or are they going? And granted, there's a lot of factors that will influence that, but you are one of those factors. What about efficiency in your area? Or what about waste if you're in food and beverage? There's all kinds of different measures that your organization probably uses to measure the effectiveness of your team. Well, guess what? That is a reflection of you and your leadership. So you can use that as a way to measure your leadership progress. So that's my big question. And I would love to hear how you guys measure your leadership performance and how you know when you're actually getting better. So please leave me a comment anywhere you're watching this video, or shoot me an email at matt@performanceoptimist.com. Thank you so much again for spending your time with me today. And with that, we are all clear and we're out of here.